everyone. This is Hazardous Opinions. I have my co-hosts with me, Andy and Eric. And today, honestly, here's to another amazing year of movies, right? So we're kind of just gonna do each our top five. So there'll be 15 total, probably some honorable mentions afterwards. But what movies are coming out this year that we're looking forward to, and like why, and all that good stuff. So yeah,
Yeah, kind of the opposite of our 2023 rewind. Gonna do a 2024 look ahead.
yeah, yeah. Better just get that started to prep everybody in case they haven't heard news like us scouring the movie news all the time and stuff
Yep.
like that. So we're kind of up to date on those things because we're obsessive, I could say.
We
Huh?
got the scoop
Yeah, we
for
got we
y'all.
the inside scoop. Yeah.
Yep.
I like that, Eric. Yeah, definitely. Yeah. Would you guys like me to just
Yeah,
go ahead,
right
kick
off.
us off?
Take it
Okay.
away.
Okay, so first I'm going with Deadpool and Wolverine. And of course, Ryan Reynolds is returning as the titular character of Deadpool, the merc with the mouth. And I think
Yep.
he's really, you can almost say Ryan Reynolds is synonymous with Deadpool now. Like, you just look at Ryan Reynolds and you look at Deadpool and you say, like, oh, like, okay, that's Ryan Reynolds. That's Deadpool. Like he's really made it his like own passion project, and you can just see him being the character, and it's
hmm
so nice. And honestly, I've been rewatching Deadpool 1 and 2 ever since like knowing this was coming out this year, and just getting prepped and getting back in the Deadpool feeling. And I'm so glad I returned to it after a couple years because I went to both of them in theaters. And yeah, I can throw it on before I go to bed and everything, and just it's a nice feeling. And Deadpool and Wolverine, especially with having Hugh Jackman returning as Wolverine, like big news, big news. We want to see them live action on the screen together, right? So yeah, just the trailer, even though it's now owned by Disney, a lot of people had some um they're a little bit afraid of what Disney will do to the Deadpool stuff because it is very rated R superhero. Like that's why it was such a hit. So people are like, you better keep that or it's not Deadpool. And they're keeping it, and there were already a couple jokes poking fun at Disney, the company that owns Deadpool now, so I think they're in on the joke, which is nice. So yeah, really just looking forward to another Deadpool outing.
It'll be very interesting to see how the multiverse mixes with rated R now.
Yes, yep, and how it's going to incorporate into the MCU, just like you said, Andy. Yeah, yeah, that's what I'm looking forward to. Yeah,
Then the next one after that is going to be Deadpool kills the Marvel Universe.
yes,
I
hoping
can
yeah,
for that
only
one.
hope.
that comic storyline where he just hops in every story and just kills.
Just
Yeah,
kills
yeah,
Yeah,
everybody.
yeah.
Can't wait.
And
It'd be
set
awesome.
it up, throw him into a random multiverse world, and let him go crazy.
Yep.
yeah, right, yeah, and also like another huge reason why I'm excited for this is because I know Ryan Reynolds and Sean Levy, the director of this, work really well together. Even though they might not produce the like perfect movies, like I just have really enjoyed their outings together already. And I trust in it, even though it's a different director from Deadpool 1 and 2.
Mm.
So yeah, I think good team behind it. Ryan Reynolds was smart to go with what he knows and like what works, and kind of have like a little more of a fresh take on it compared to 1 and 2. So that'll be nice to cap that trilogy off.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I didn't think we'd be seeing Hugh Jackman again for Wolverine, so I'm very happy for that as well.
exactly. That's part of the huge news about it, right? Like that, like we just can't believe he's suiting up as Wolverine again. But of course, you got to do it for this. Like, you can't pass that up if you're him at
Yeah.
all. It's more of a fun thing, anyways, compared to like what he's done before. So,
Yep. This
Yeah.
unfortunately means I do need to add all of the X-Men into my MCU ratings now because it's official.
very true. It's kind of
Yeah.
weird, isn't it? Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
like 10, 12 more movies to add to the list there.
Have both of you seen all of those original X-Men movies and also like the newer cast ones like First Class and
Yep. Yeah,
the
I've seen all of them.
okay.
Yeah, I haven't seen all of them. I've seen, was it Origins, and then the Wolverine ones. I seen the Wolverine X-Men movies, and I think I seen the one where they're at the school. So it's like, what was it? I guess that's what it was, right? X-Men, just
There's a few of
X-Men.
them.
That was a really
Yeah,
old one.
Oh,
I
like
haven't
yeah.
seen all of them. That's
with
basically what
Patrick
my
Stewart
point
probably.
is. There's some I haven't seen. I should get round them all up and make sure I've seen them.
Most of them are great, I'll honestly
Yeah.
say, and I really appreciate when they flip over to the younger cast. I love First Class is one of my favorite like superhero movies actually. So, yeah, they're really enjoyable. And I mean, for the times, getting us prepped for the whole MCU of it all,
Mm-hmm.
years after them.
Yep.
But yeah,
This new phase is going to be very X-Men centric with a few other movies that I won't spoil their after credit scenes, but there's a lot of X-Men integration now.
Yeah, it's pretty much
definitely.
the only part of Marvel they haven't really got into yet. I mean, MCU wise. Well, yeah,
For the stuff that's had movies, yeah.
yeah.
Other than Spawn, we need Spawn to jump in. 'Cause
Oh,
he's
we
MCU,
need
right?
Spawn.
Spawn and Blade.
Is Spawn in
Yeah,
the
Blade's coming soon.
Yeah,
Yeah, yep. Very
I
excited
think Spawn
for.
was MCU.
I think Spawn is Marvel because Spawn was also made by the same creator that made Venom, a character
yeah,
Todd McFarlane,
yeah.
and
Spawn is Marvel.
he designed both. So yeah, I'm really hoping because, like I told you guys when we got together that one weekend, loved the hell out of that one movie. The '90s movie, even though it's not stellar or amazing. It's just like, okay, I want that. Give me a
Yeah,
modern version of that, please. And I bet they will chart that territory. They have to. So
Yeah.
yeah,
Eric, do you want to take us into yours?
yeah, yeah.
what you got? What you got?
Yes, sir. So I'm gonna start with Joker Folly Adio.
Wonderful
Folly
French.
Adio.
Wonderful French.
I think that's how you say it, right?
Dude, did you come
I
from
hope
like the
so.
islands or something like that? Like, you sounded like an
What-
island boy.
Folly Adio.
Speaking
I'm
of
an
French,
island boy.
I looked up Anatomy of a Fall. The
Yeah.
proper pronunciation after that episode, I completely butchered it.
You
But
did?
I did
How do you say it?
finally
Can you say it? Was I close?
for the one I was saying on. I think it was our Oscar.
No, yeah,
episode.
Andy tried
Oh.
it. He tried doing some French, and
Yeah.
it
Not even
it worked on me, but I don't know if it worked on the guests. I was like, wow, okay, this French is heating up a little bit, but
Yeah. But yeah, very
I
excited. This one's a surprise.
Yeah, I am excited for this one because I did like the Joker film from 2019 with Joaquin Phoenix.
Oh yeah, put some spin
Yeah,
on that name.
I thought it was great, and he's coming back with Lady Gaga in this one, so it's gonna be really cool.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm also super excited for it. And Joaquin Phoenix, I know there's been a
Always
bunch
need
of
some more Lady Gaga in the movies.
yeah, we
Yeah.
do. I think she is actually like a good actress for like starting out as a singer. I think she is really solid. I think she will be a good Harley Quinn. I'm not concerned. But like honestly, like even though there's so many Joker interpretations, Joaquin did a very good job in the first. I enjoyed the first one just like you did, Eric.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, I know there's a lot of controversies around it. I'm kind of just looking at it as a movie and not focusing on the social and political aspects that people bring up
Are you talking
along
about
with
the
it.
first one, or is there
The
like
first
stuff
one,
about this next one? Oh
the
yeah,
the first one with the the gun violence and
yeah. It's celebrated violence. I don't think it's celebrated violence at all. If
I've seen.
anything, it shed light on mental illness and how like I think it was mainly like the character glorified violence, yes, but that was because he was like severely like insane. So like any insane person, I don't know, like you got to interpret it in that way. Like you look at an insane person, they love violence. You're not gonna like be influenced by that, are you? I mean, I guess you could, but I don't know.
No, and I don't think like it didn't portray him as a main character being like, oh, this is great to be like this. It it was very sad and like
Very sad.
you felt for him, and there's that complexity that they add on to it. Like he's making certain decisions as a character. Would you make those decisions? And it might not be all because he has mental issues, but like yeah, it didn't like glorify him as a character at all.
No.
It was really like, if I was to put like a phrase on it, like kind of down in the dumps, honestly. And
Mm-hmm.
it's like, wow, people are probably like this out there. And we
Yeah.
need to, like, mental health needs to be taken care of and like nurtured just like everything else, like with
Yeah.
patience and yeah.
Yeah. The system failed him, and that's how he ended up how he was.
Hmm. Honestly, I didn't expect a Joker sequel to happen at all. I
I didn't
I
either,
was like
honestly.
I was like, okay, DC is doing something like smart here. Just having a little more of a artsy super villain or anti-hero, however you want to like look at it, movie. Just like a solo outing. And I was very surprised. Like I knew the success of it. It just really sounded like from everybody like Joaquin and Todd Phillips that there wasn't going to be another like, hey, that's it. Like, and that would have been perfectly fine just to leave it like that. But very interested that they're continuing on with it. So I'm like curious to see why they felt the need to make a sequel. Even though I'm excited, I'm a little timid just because of that.
Yeah, it is interesting since they already got the whole story arc with Harley Quinn in Suicide Squad. Now they're kind of trying to
Yeah.
bring it in with Joker here.
Hmm.
Yeah. So Folie à Dieu, however you say it, means
Folie,
madness two in French.
folie à deux is like kind of
Folie à
how,
Dieu?
yeah, kind of how like us
Oh,
Americans would say folie à deux without, yeah.
Folie à Dieu. Okay. Do you know
Yep.
any French? Like, or did you?
That was kind of just like more of like a basic thing that I knew. Sorry, not saying it's
Oh,
basic and you should have known. Yeah,
no.
you should have
No, I
fucking
got
known, Eric. No, I'm just kidding. But
it.
I
And
know,
you weren't translating for the Oscar episode for me? Come on, man.
dude, I was holding out. I was holding out on you
Yeah,
guys.
you got some French knowledge here.
Hunter Strickland, the Frenchman. No, my last name is more Irish, I believe. But what I was gonna say was I only know one phrase in French. Comment allez-vous? That's how are you? That's it. I started this French course like years ago and I stopped there, man. But I think it's a beautiful language. That I
Yeah.
will give it. I'll give it credit. That's on me. That's on me. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm not entirely surprised that they're bringing Joker back per se. Like I think the first one did well enough that they're gonna want it for the money. But I'm
Yeah.
very surprised that they didn't put more villains or heroes in between this sequel. So I wonder if they're just gonna build up more his story before bringing him into like giving him a Batman or other villains to pair up with, because they didn't
It,
build anyone else up yet in this universe.
you're right. And if I want to take my guess at like kind of it feels like an outlier apart from all of that, like the Snyder,
Mm-hmm.
DC, James Gunn, even like with the Suicide Squad, and what he's going to be bringing to the table now in the future, being the head of it. I feel like it's really on its own. And I do feel this way about the Batman, Matt Reeves's trilogy that's going to be happening. They're on their own island. And I feel like Joker is even more of like a subset of the Batman trilogy where you don't need anybody else. I think they're just going to focus on that mental health journey and Joker of it all and just adding like a love interest into it and how that is, because in the first one he didn't have an actual love interest even though he thought he did, unfortunately. Yeah,
Yeah.
so like that was a good reveal in that one too. So yeah, I think they're just gonna be focusing on the Joker of it all. They sprinkled in a little bit of the Batman world, like with having little Bruce Wayne and Thomas Wayne, his dad, in there. Yeah, I think that's about it though. They're just kind of like throwing those like little Easter eggs in there so it feels a part of Gotham of it
Mm-hmm.
all,
Hmm.
So that's my thoughts.
Interesting. Yeah. I I don't know. DC's just doing some interesting stuff. Like Marvel's got their issues, but
Mm-hmm.
DC just continuously rebooting the same people over and over and over.
I know.
And
I'm really.
though Joker's really good compared to some of the other ones,
Mm-hmm.
in my opinion. Though I really like Ledger's. Like, yeah, how many times can we
Portrayal.
watch? The same character.
Oh, definitely. Yeah.
Yeah.
And
That's a good point, and I think that's like partially because like DC like only came up with so many characters in the first place for their comics. I mean, we basically just have Justice League, which is like all the characters in the Justice League, and then all of Batman's villains, which is just so many. Like,
he
it,
has a huge rogue
Yeah.
gallery. I'd compare
I
it to
want,
like
yeah,
Spider-Man's, where it's like that good, like very good, even small timey villains. Yeah,
yeah.
yeah,
Give me
Yeah.
a Riddler serial killer movie.
that would be cool.
Like, I want
Like
Andy,
a
that.
mystery thriller.
Yeah.
Andy,
Is it?
dude,
Do you think that's
That's
what we're
what the
gonna get
Batman
soon?
do you
was.
realize what you're fucking talking about? Yeah, the
I mean,
Batman already did that.
kind of.
Yeah,
Kind of.
they
I want
You
did.
want
more
to
They
of
view it
did.
from the
That's what I
perspective
liked
of him,
about
right?
it.
exactly. Yeah, I want it from. Was it Paul Dano? Yeah, I want it from his
Yes.
perspective.
Okay,
I don't want it.
so
I don't want Batman in it.
like a Joker
That'd be
movie, but
cool.
you just want Paul Dano at the front and
You
center
don't
as
want
Yeah,
Batman.
Riddler. Okay,
just being
yeah.
absolutely crazy. I think he could do
You
it well.
said no Batman.
Batman's off, just chilling in his bat cave while the Riddler just runs amok. Okay.
Yeah.
Yep. Yep.
Yeah.
Batman's the
Need
bad
that.
guy in this. That'd be cool. That would be interesting, wouldn't it?
I
Yeah.
would love that. I love Paul Dano as a performer like so much. He can do the creepy very well. That's why he was perfect for the fucking Riddler in the Batman. I don't care what anybody says. Love that villain. Love him as a villain.
Mhm.
So I'm rooting for your wish to come true. Actually, I
Yeah.
am.
We should pitch it. We should go to Hollywood. We're gonna have a whole binder.
Yeah. Do you
Yeah.
think they would like sit and have a meeting for at least like 5 minutes with all of
Maybe
our
that's
like
all we'll
movie
need.
ideas? I mean,
That's all we'll
Yeah.
need, man.
Yeah.
we'll just spit them out for them. We don't
Yeah.
care. Yeah.
Go to Netflix.
Yeah.
See, they'll take any
anything.
idea. Oh.
I mean, it's Netflix, man. Our odds of getting denied are really low.
Yeah, they do like indie directors, and it's been
Yeah,
turning out
they
well
do.
a decent amount of times for them. So
Yeah, it
Yeah,
has. They come out with some good stuff. They also come out with some bad stuff, but that's what
it's
happens, you know.
yeah,
yeah, it's just kind of a whole like big conglomerate of things, and you're gonna have some good apples and bad apples, unfortunately.
Yeah,
Like
yeah,
yeah,
stuff that
because
speaks to people doesn't speak to people.
or
yeah.
some that speaks to some people and not other people. You know what I mean? Like that's just how it is.
Yeah.
That's what you have to embrace in the art is like not everybody's gonna like the same thing.
No.
And well,
Yeah.
yeah, I guess I'm trying to like what I'm trying to say is like they're not objectively bad. They're just not for me. That's like you
Hmm.
know what I mean. So
Right. Oh, yeah. Yeah. And people need to have a better understanding of that, Eric. I'm glad like
yeah,
that you already have that understanding. It's just known. Like, okay, just because I don't take to it, it's not horrible. It might
right.
be amazing to somebody else. Just
Yeah,
let them have that. And you have your stuff. Like
exactly.
people gotta stop thinking their opinion on something is the Bible, like the truth,
Yeah, that's
everything. Yeah,
true.
yeah,
Yeah, like this thing sucks. Well, why does it suck? It just does. Well,
yeah.
what?
Well, yeah.
I
Give me
don't know.
fucking reasons. Like I
Yeah.
liked it. I enjoyed it. Like, can you tell me more? Yeah,
Yeah, I've dealt with people like that before. Yeah.
it's frustrating.
So like you guys, I also have a sequel. So A Quiet Place Part 3, or subtitled Day 1,
Day one.
kind of going back to Day 1 for the second time now, but like more in depth, I think, from what
Mm-hmm.
it seems. And we're probably going to stay around the first month, from what I've seen from the teasers and some of the early production stuff. Alex Wolff is in this. I'm excited for that, as well as some other
Love
actors I
him.
don't know as well.
Lupita.
See, yeah, see their debuts, and at least for me. And yeah, get some more of these awesome monsters that wowed me back in 2017, 2018, however long it's been now since we've seen the first one.
Yeah, it's been a while, and I'm excited to explore that ground for it instead of it like starting at day one, then kind of like fast forwarding. Like,
Yep.
yeah, I want the events to, yeah, just be like a little more like linear, and we get like different perspectives from different families because one and two, it was all Emily Blunt and John Krasinski's family. So I'm really glad we're getting a look from other people that are going through this, especially like
Hmm.
right at the start.
And
Very
then
excited for Lupita Nyong'o.
yeah, bigger city too. It looked I don't know if it was New York or something, but yeah, bigger city. So we're not out in the country this time. We're actually
Mm-hmm.
going to see it probably a lot more mass destruction. It'll be interesting one. I'll have to go see this one in theaters. See if the surround sound still works really well for this movie, as it
Oh,
did for the previous two.
just thinking about the previous two in theaters, it was magical. It was perfect, like for what
Hmm.
they were going for. Dang, yeah. So I'm hoping this is the same, and I have a feeling that this isn't just a pump out for pump out's sake. Like we need another Quiet Place thing. I really hope that it's like integral to the mythology, the story of A Quiet Place in total.
Yeah, I fortunately I feel like I've seen some interviews where I thought Krasinski didn't want to make more, but I think they want to continue with the idea, the powers that be or whatever. So
Mm,
I I don't know. I think he still wrote for this one, so it's still his content. So I'm hoping it's still great.
I hope he's involved in it some way because like he did he did start it, you know?
Yeah, different
Yeah.
different director for this one though.
Hmm. Yeah. I'll be missing my boy Killian in this one, unfortunately. And I'm really curious, like we don't know if the main characters die or not. It's not like in part one and part two, we get a hint towards these characters and like, oh, they like a year or so into the invasion, the alien invasion, they passed. And now we got to see the events leading up to them dying. We don't know if they have died or not at all. That's the awesome part because I've seen movies like that, you know what I'm saying, where we already know the
Yeah.
outcome of the characters and we're kind of just filling in the gap. But
We do actually have one returning character. Is I'm gonna absolutely butcher his name, but Jimon Hansu. He was in Quiet Place Part 2. He was on the island, so
there we go. Yeah, yeah. Okay, yeah. He's played by that like.
I'm an island boy in an island world.
We should
He's an
add
island
Eric
man.
take that one.
I'm an island man.
yep. So I think he's gonna be a more integral part of this plot. So I at least you know like that he would probably make it through this movie. If I can't remember what his fate was in the second one, but he gets dealt with there, whether he lives or dies. So
I think he did die in the second one, unfortunately. I want to say like
yeah,
when things were going on the island, that was like one of the worst parts, you know, or like
yeah,
worst parts for your feelings wise, you know, like
yeah,
man, like they took out somebody that I cared about. But
yeah. So I guess that kind of like gives them plot armor then, unless they do bounce around. I don't know. The trailer makes it seem like it could go either way, with maybe going to some future days, but we'll see with that one. Excited for it regardless.
yeah, definitely bring on the horror this year, any type.
Yeah, I've noticed that we have an abundance of really good horror this year,
Oh yeah, oh yeah, we do. Can't wait. It's gonna be
or
quality
like horror
stuff.
equivalents. Yeah,
Yeah, yeah, like kind of at least horror elements in the movie. It's not like it doesn't have to be completely like full-blown paranormal horror. Just like, you know, give us a touch.
yeah. What else you got for us, Hunter?
Ah, let's see here. So, I have a little thing called Alien Romulus.
I think I've heard of that one.
Yeah, I hope you guys have heard about it and hopefully like a lot of people have heard about it cuz like we need to support this movie. I believe that it will be freaking awesome, kind of just even though we had Prometheus and Alien Covenant as prequels and up kind of more updated looks at the alien universe with the xenomorphs and everything. I feel like we do need like a full-blown like the original Alien. You know, like we need that like xenomorph terror. Like and I'm not even talking about like, oh, give me like an action movie like Aliens. I want it to be that like horror suspenseful again, really. Like focus on that. And the really, really exciting thing about this movie is that Fede Alvarez is directing and he directed the Evil Dead,
Mm-hmm.
which was in 2016.
The new
I want
one,
to say
2013.
2013. Yeah, sorry.
Yeah,
I,
a
I'm I'm
while
really
ago
bad
now.
with years. Thank you for like being on top of that instead of me. I feel like an idiot. But yeah, no, like with Evil Dead and him actually making it my favorite of that whole series. And now, like that, I have checked out the older ones. I'm like, oh, wow, like I just enjoy this a lot more. I get the nostalgia between, you know, other people loving the first Evil Dead and Army of Darkness and everything like that. But Fede Alvarez did a really good job there, and he did a really good job with Don't Breathe, an amazing horror thriller. Like, I believe in what he does so far, and especially practical stuff. We need practical stuff in this xenomorph world, right?
Yep.
We can't have all
Yeah,
this CGI stuff. just makes it better and makes it more horrifying.
Do you think we can pull off a man in a suit this time?
Oh yeah, I think we can. I believe in Fede,
We'll
honestly.
have to
Like,
play around with a lot of camera angles and stuff, I guess. But yeah, I'm sure we could.
true. And it's really exciting to me because I feel like I'll have some images instilled in my mind about xenomorphs other than just what I like first saw. Like we talked about, like xenomorphs are very recognizable because of the first Alien movie. They did it like really
Mhm.
well, showed the creature off very well. But yeah, I think we'll have some like new fresh set of eyes on this and new images to be haunted by with xenomorph and like be creeped out by. So I'm just really excited for it.
Well, new talent as well. A very small cast, only 6 people I even see in the credits. And I don't know a single one, which is awesome.
I see that too. Yeah.
So
And I
might give
suppose
us a chance to not have like the big star power where it's like, oh, no offense to Hemsworth or something, but having
right.
a AAA star on the front cover just is not Alien.
No, definitely. Oh man, guys, you know what we've been slipping on so far with our entries when they come out? Suppose we should like kind of like mention that, huh? It seems like August 16th of
Yeah,
this
day
year.
after my birthday, so I'm excited for that one.
Hey, okay. All right. Yeah, it's very
Heck
fitting.
yeah.
It's very fitting for you, Andy.
Yeah.
I like that. Okay. And yeah, like it's interesting too. Even the description of Romulus says like just a bunch of young people encountering the most terrifying life form from the universe. So it's nice that it's a bunch of young people instead of
Mhm.
Alien, where it kind of had a range of ages. You know,
Yeah, and then Joker's slated for October, of course. Go through in spooky month, and then Quiet Place is for June, so we're gonna get a nice summer horror.
I feel like part two definitely came out during the summer too, huh? I think.
Yeah, I think they were all summer releases.
Yeah. Okay, so just sticking on par with that.
Yeah,
Hmm. Okay. But yeah, that's all I got for Alien Romulus. Honestly,
awesome.
very
Yeah, we
excited.
will talk about that one very much in depth soon.
Perfect. We will.
Yeah, I feel like it's gonna be a lot more gory than past installments.
I feel like this film will be one of our Super Bowls for this year.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah, we gotta get together, grab the
Yeah.
chips, the hot dogs.
Yeah.
Guys,
The
I'll drive just to go to it in theaters with you.
hell yeah, man.
And then zip
We're
back
having a
home.
cookout.
I'll zip back home.
Perfect. Yeah.
What else do you guys got?
Civil War is coming out this year. It's another film by A24. Looks really good, especially with it. It's interesting how this comes out after recent tensions for the past decade of everybody talking about it, like, hey, let's make a movie about it. So yeah, I think I'm excited to see how crazy it actually is. Looks like it would be like more of like an action movie with like lots of explosions and stuff,
Mm-hmm.
which is cool. I do like me some of that.
Yeah. No, definitely. And knowing Alex Garland, he'll kind of put some intelligence into that action, I'm sure.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And Nick
With
Offerman is the president. Like,
yep,
amazing.
Oh, that's perfect. Yeah, so glad he went with that. And you got Jesse Plemons in here. Oh man, one of our boys.
And his
yeah,
spouse, Kirsten Dunst. Yeah.
Dunst. Yeah. Oh shoot. Yeah. I forgot Kirsten was in this too. Man. And when they teamed up in Fargo, give that give that to me. Give more. Give more of that. So I'm excited. Awesome.
Is that like one of the episodes in Fargo,
Actually, a whole
or are you talking
season.
about the whole season? Wow.
A whole season of
Okay.
Fargo where they're a younger married couple, and they're kind of the focus of the season. Like, thankfully with Fargo, you can like focus on other characters. There's not just one main character, two main characters. Like, there's quite a few that you dabble in their lives and stuff. And Jesse Plemons and Kristen Dunst are amazing, especially as just two Midwestern people just married and something unfortunate happens. Yeah, it's very good.
Nice.
But yeah, I almost put Civil War on my list too. Eric, like, so excited for that one.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm excited for it. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Alex Garland's done some good work. I'm always interested on how they choose their promotional references. Like it's like the director of this and this.
Mm-hmm.
He put pretty much his whole work on the poster, but he excluded men. So I wonder if that just doesn't hit with the audience.
Yeah, like I was iffy on Annihilation at first because I didn't totally understand it, and I didn't know if I like really enjoyed the movie, even though like there were some highlights in it that I could like pick out, like, oh, that was really cool to have
Mm-hmm.
in a film, and cool ideas. But Annihilation is kind of sitting with me a little better nowadays. And then you have Ex Machina, and I'm so glad I checked that out. That was my second movie of his that I checked out. Love Ex Machina so
Ex
much.
Machina is pretty good
It
overall.
is.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. Like, just amazing performances. The story, very contained. I could watch it again. Like, at least I know that. So, yeah. Yeah. And I think there was intelligence in it for sure in how it was told. So,
Indeed. Yeah, and Civil War I think is April 12th, so that one's coming up very soon. So,
Very, very soon.
dang. Can't wait to talk about these with you guys like very soon. It's crazy.
yeah. Another one that's coming soon, I guess semi soon in July is Maxine. Another threequel.
Yeah.
So many third movies that we're covering this year.
Yeah, that's true.
But yeah, this Mia Goth, of course, again, and Juan Carlo Esposito in this one.
Mm-hmm.
Looking forward to this. I'm not sure the tone they're gonna take yet, since it's Mia Goth. Again, I think is a different person this time, but like, yeah, I don't know how they're gonna do it. So I'm interested.
It's it's Maxine from the first one, from X.
Yep, she's still played by Mia Goth this time now, because she was Pearl last time.
Yeah, I
So
get you.
she's like hopping characters again, like she did from X.
Yes. Okay, I get what you're saying now. Sorry, I misunderstood. But yeah, yeah.
Or
It-
is oh, never mind. Maxine from X, not Pearl. Okay, I'm getting mixed up.
Maxine from X.
You're right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Oh, so excited. Like very intrigued by Ty West capping off his trilogy. That has been so interesting and captivating so far. Like, loved X. That is actually like one of my favorite slashers now. I can say that. And then Pearl, he took on a different tone. It doesn't all feel the same. So, along with you, Andy, I'm really wondering what tone this will take on.
Mm-hmm. The
And
teaser is very 80s and very like pumped up. So
yeah,
yeah, I don't know if it's going to be slow or fast or who knows.
I'm super excited for the 80s vibe because I know X started in the 70s. So, it totally makes sense why they're going with that decade. And yeah, oh man, gotta love the 80s. Yeah. So, I'm
Indeed.
really excited for that one.
Maxine.
Triple X. Triple X Maxine.
Yeah, it'll be
Is
a
it,
very very sexy one. probably.
I
Yeah.
wonder if I wonder if he is gonna go too far into like the pornography part of it, because I know
Yeah.
she's working as a porn star, I want to say.
Yeah, he wasn't too graphic in X, and in Pearl
Mm-mm.
only really touched on things. So yeah,
Yeah. Yeah, so like I just wonder what he'll do with that.
yeah, it could just be an homage to the porn industry if she's staying in there
Mm-hmm.
for that movie. I don't know.
I don't know.
Interesting
I
one.
never
Yeah,
seen any of them, so
Oh, you
I
haven't
just
seen
don't know exactly.
X or Pearl?
No.
Okay, you got to hop on those. I feel
Okay.
like they're both really good in their own different ways. Even
mm-hmm.
Yeah. All
yeah,
right.
even though it's from like the same writer, you got one of the same performers. It just they feel different and
Okay.
special. So
Yeah,
mhm.
Yeah, I'll check them out.
do that, do that, man.
Oh,
indeed.
show.
Okay, so my third one, we got Beetlejuice. Beetlejuice. Oh wait, it's just
Don't
two
say
Beetlejuice.
it.
All right, I had to, but this one, this one definitely had to go on my list because it's from an important filmmaker. It's from a couple important cast members and just everybody involved. I mean, Beetlejuice is one of my cemented pieces in my Halloween experiences every year. I gotta at
Mm-hmm.
least watch Beetlejuice in the Halloween movie roundup. You know, it just has that feel. Tim Burton gets it perfect. Tim Burton is a very, very special filmmaker to me. And I've been really missing him like a lot lately. That's why I keep returning to his stuff because, yeah, he's not pumping out a lot anymore, unfortunately. So, especially with like Michael Keaton returning as the titular Beetlejuice and an amazing performance at that, like iconic. So excited for him to do it again. I know he can just pop right back in there like he can for Batman if he wanted to right now. So really excited for that. And then Jenna Ortega, she's a big stand-in for Halloweenish things. It doesn't have to be like straight horror, like scary stuff. Beetlejuice is more on the fun side. So I'm excited
Mm-hmm.
that she's going to be in a little more fun stuff and she's teaming up with Tim Burton again after Wednesday. Their collaboration for Wednesday was amazing. And the episodes that Tim Burton was in charge of, very good part of Wednesday. And Jenna and him just, from all the interviews I saw, hit it off and they understand each other. Gotta love that for a main character and the director, right? And then also like Winona Ryder and Catherine O'Hara returning. It doesn't feel like, oh, we're rebooting Beetlejuice after all these years. No, it's a sequel. And thank God. I'm so ready for it and I'm so glad for that.
Yeah, I'm not entirely familiar with Beetlejuice. I think I've only seen it once, a long time ago.
Damn it,
So I might
Andy.
have to watch that again in preparation. But he's got all the spooky people. He's got Willem, and yeah, Ortega is definitely staying in that spooky realm.
Yeah, definitely. I'm ready for the Tim Burton feeling and characters of it all again. Yeah. So that's that one. And it says it's opening on September 6th of this year. So a month before October, surprisingly, but it could be a strategy to kind of go around other
Keep it open.
October feeling
Yeah,
things because there's only so many openings and you don't want competition if you want
yeah.
to make money, right?
And I was wondering why he didn't push to the next Friday, which is Friday the 13th.
Mm,
But I suppose they do have like 3 releases scheduled for that. A couple horrors and a Transformers movie, so you don't want to
exactly.
divide your audience too much.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, but really looking forward to Beetlejuice. I'm happy I'm alive for a second one. You know, it feels crazy because it was an 80s movie and now we get another one. Kind of like Top Gun Maverick. You know, that's how I felt for that too. I'm just ready for that feeling.
Was it really an 80s movie? Holy crap.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
I know. Crazy, right?
Long time coming. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
I need to rewatch the first one again.
You do. Both of you need to rewatch it. It's really fun. And I'm so excited for this one.
Damn. How old is Michael Keaton now? Dude's got to be
He's
old.
got to be in his 70s, right?
Yeah, he's old.
Unfortunately. I don't want to think about it. Don't bring it up.
How much longer is he going to be Vulture for us?
Vulture. Oh my
God, he kills at his Vulture, man.
I forgot about Vulture.
Oh, one of the best Marvel villains. Look at that.
72. Damn. Yeah.
72. Okay. No.
Old man.
Yeah, what's your next one, Eric?
Saw 11. We got 11 of them now.
I think there's actually more than 11.
And it's crazy that this is
yeah, I guess you're right. Yeah,
Like,
because there's like 2
untitled
spin-offs.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's probably like the 13th, 14th film by now.
This would technically be the 13th,
there's 11
because I think there was only one spin-off, the Book of Spiral.
Jigsaw.
I feel like Jigsaw was one of the Saws, was it not? Of it. Yeah.
Was that
they
9
started?
then?
This is a naming one after that because there wasn't a Saw X.
Jigsaw was 9, I want to say.
Okay.
Yeah, before this 10 that just came out. Amazing, by the way. Please check it out.
Mm-hmm. They did so good with their numbering system. They just gave up.
Oh,
yeah. I mean, it's Saw blah blah blah. Like that's what people are going to be kind of looking at it as. So maybe they kind of had to change things up. But God, Eric,
you gotta have
good pick.
Saw.
Good pick.
Yeah.
And it's funny that an 11th movie is on your most anticipated list. Like, I know, right? Isn't that crazy?
Sequels. I got a sequel for y'all. You know,
about 11 down the line.
11 down the line. I mean, you'd think we'd be talking about Fast and the Furious, but no, it's Saw.
Yeah.
We're not getting a Fast and Furious this year, are we?
Oh, thank God.
I guess not.
I don't need any of that noise.
No.
I don't want it. I don't want it.
I didn't see the last one. Or the one before that.
And probably the one before that. Yep, I gave up a while ago.
Just blend together.
Yeah.
Yeah. Saw's another September release up at 27th. So pushing it to the beginning of October.
So another horror one that isn't in October, and it's perfectly okay. Like I watch horror movies year round. I don't give a shit, you know.
Right.
September's the new October anyways. That's what we're doing with holidays since Christmas is taking over November. Everything just gets pushed back a month.
Yeah.
Halloween will take over September.
The Christmas music starts playing right after Thanksgiving, so we need a little more time for Spooktober. We need spooky
the Christmas
autumn.
Music starts way too early. Like they cannot wait at all. They're waiting next to that button to start playing Jingle Bells. Like
I get it. Yeah, we're looking forward to it because it's an amazing holiday. Don't give me that though. Let me sit with it in my mind like, oh my God, Christmas is coming up. Play it for just a month. That's enough.
Mm-hmm.
God, I would even say relegate it to a week. But that's just me.
Right? Save it for Christmas. We don't need it.
Yeah.
That 3 months in advance.
That's probably going to be a hot topic. I apologize to the guests that feel differently, or the listeners that feel differently. But
yeah, they're listening to Jingle Bells anyways. They can't hear you. It's fine.
Yeah, true. they're probably already thinking about Christmas right now.
Already. Yep.
Hey, props to you guys.
Yeah, it doesn't look like there's a cast yet. I wonder if Tobin Bell is going to be reprising his role for the 8th or 9th time as Jigsaw.
He's got to be, right?
Dude.
Because he was in 10, right? I didn't get to see that one yet, but
he was in 10 because it took place before
his
John
Kramer is dead, though.
Yeah, it took place before he died, is what I was just about to say.
like
Yeah.
6 movies, and he still
Yeah.
just keeps coming back in the movies.
It was
He
an
does keep coming
in-betweener.
back for some reason. Yeah.
And I don't even mind that they're like filling the gaps. So like if this one is another one of those, fucking just give me a good movie like Saw 10 and I'm good.
Yeah.
Like,
Mhm.
yeah, I'm perfectly fine with them filling up story because it was honestly like quite a few years span that he was
Yeah.
doing this. So
Turns
not
out he had this plan 10 years in advance for these people. You know what I
yeah.
mean?
Yeah. Look at that.
Because he's like a sadistic genius.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Yeah.
all because of a few little grievances.
Great
Well,
Yeah.
engineer too.
some are more than
Let's
others.
play a
But
game.
yeah.
Let's play a game. He's using his intelligence for the betterment of humanity, for sure.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I'm not serious about that, by the way. If
It's
nobody could tell my
justice.
sarcasm, like, yeah. I'm very
No,
bad at
this is
sarcasm, guys, so I need to like highlight it sometimes.
Forgot to pay your
I
parking.
got it.
Perfect.
Welcome.
Yeah, no, like he's definitely serving justice left and right, even
Hell yeah.
after death.
Yep.
We should start a church for John Kramer. He's gonna be our Jesus.
If you'd like
And
to
then we're
sign
gonna
up, hit up hazardousopinions@gmail.com.
we play
Put you on the
tons of
newsletter.
games.
Andy, I'm
You
gonna
have
make
to sign a waiver.
Andy, I'm
book
gonna
on
make
Kramer.
your job so much better by having random people like, filing in.
I don't think they would want to join the John Kramer church.
No, let's just enjoy the movies and call it a day. Yeah.
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 So
Good pick.
keeping on the sequelitis
Mhm.
and a little bit of Burton stuff. Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes. Which is getting to be a mouthful, but they did at least I think shorten it from the last one.
War
This
on
one's
the
not.
Planet of the Apes was the last one. Sorry,
Yeah,
I
War.
was trying to think of the title.
Yeah, was the last one War for the Planet of the Apes? Yeah,
think
they're
so.
just getting too much.
It was a bit longer, so this is good.
Yeah, not Tim Burton, but Wes Ball. But yeah, Tim Burton I think did the original one. So
In the
Yeah.
90s, I think he
yeah,
did.
like
Yep.
long time ago.
Mm-hmm.
I like the series and excited to see it continue. Yeah, all the favorite characters are gone now since it's been so long of this series going. So I don't know. I'm just looking to see what they do with this one.
I'm 100% with you. I love this series. I loved Matt Reeves' trilogy, actually. Like, the first one felt different from 2 and 3. I really, really enjoyed the hell out of 2 and 3. Like, they seemed like, okay, take this seriously,
Mm-hmm.
more than the
Yeah.
first one. And that's what I enjoyed. Like, the tone of it and it, yeah, just humanity against apes. Like, it was just very interesting stuff. I was locked in. So I'm super excited for a fresh take on it, hopefully.
Yeah, it's a Maze Runner director. So
Ooh, yeah,
we'll see how he does here.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, super excited. And
Yeah.
I'm sure like the CGI, even though like they have to use a lot, thankfully they use mocap on the apes now with our technology and it looks a lot better. Even though they're not in like practical suits like Tim Burton's were, I want to say.
Yeah,
So
it does look better. I'm definitely gonna miss Andy Serkis not being in this one.
same, he was a big
With
part of
Caesar
that.
being gone.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, he's a very good mocap performer too. So it wasn't just like his voice that we're gonna miss; it's his talent. Yeah,
yeah. So I don't have high expectations for this at all, but yeah, it's at least on my list to watch.
yep, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm excited.
I'm excited. It's gonna be good.
Definitely. Yeah, is that all you have to say on Kingdom?
Yeah, honestly, like 4th movie in a rebooted series already. There's not much more to say about it.
True. Yeah. What
It,
else do you have? Yeah.
One of those years of sequels, partially, I mean, because people like me who pick nothing but sequels and reboots to talk about, but
Well,
there's just not much
Yeah.
original
Well,
content this year that I'm excited for.
no, true.
no.
at least like a lot of these sequels seem warranted, right? Though,
Yeah,
like I said, Beetlejuice. Like it's been how
Mhm.
many years since the first one, and it's not a reboot. It's like that's
yeah,
amazing. Like let's have
hmm
it. Yeah.
yeah.
So
Do it while you still have um, enough of the
Keaton.
people that like were involved with it and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was trying to like not just say Keaton, but like with Tim Burton still being around and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Everyone's getting older, so
That was horrible. It just popped up in my head. No,
Yeah,
no, I'm
get
getting
another
sad.
squeeze another Beetlejuice out of him before he goes.
Just
yep.
like they got him to do another Batman performance in the
Yeah,
Flash.
exactly.
Yeah,
Because
yeah.
he
No,
has
I
to
don't.
come back. He
It's
has to
so
come
it's
back.
so cool for him that he gets to do that though again.
Yeah,
After so
it
long.
is.
That's amazing that he didn't overplay it, you know? And
Yep.
now he's just returning to it. Nothing wrong with that at all. I don't think.
Yeah.
Yeah. Good pick. Good pick. I like that. Yeah.
Back
Anything
to
else?
you. No,
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay. Back to me. Oh man. Pressure. Okay.
Amen.
Oh man. So my next one, I have Wolfman. And there are quite a few reasons why I'm excited for this one. Honestly, like even though Ryan Gosling isn't set to perform as the titular Wolfman anymore, he was, and I was like super excited for that because I love him in anything, and I think he can just disappear into a role, and you're not thinking, oh, you know that's Ryan Gosling. So I was totally like ready for him to be the Wolfman, but now it's going to be played by Christopher Abbott, and I do really enjoy him from films like Sanctuary and others. They're not coming to my mind right now, but I think he's an
He's in
amazing
Poor Things
actor.
as well.
There we go. Yes, as the horrible ex-husband.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, there you go. So that's where you guys have at least seen him. So he's going to be the Wolfman. And big thing about this movie, the director is Lee Winnell. And just talking about Saw, Lee Winnell was involved in Saw quite a bit, at least in
Yep,
the earlier
because he worked with
renditions.
James Wan a lot, I think.
He did,
So
and he actually
yeah,
starred in the first Saw. He was one of them in the old bathroom.
was
He was the one that got out
was
of the
he
tub.
Oh, in the
the
first.
the
Hmm.
tub guy? Yeah.
Yes,
Okay.
he's the tub guy. He was also part of the paranormal crew in Insidious, and he also worked on Insidious. So like he likes to act in his projects, and he does pretty good damn job at acting, as well as he's just so involved in the horror world that I love it, and I love
Mhm.
his ideas every time he is a big name on it. It's usually very good. If he has little part to do with it, sometimes it's been so, but that's okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
But
And
yeah,
not
Insidious
even mentioning like his director credits, like Upgrade and Invisible Man,
was just
the
about to
newer
say.
one.
Dang
So
it, Andy! Thanks for taking the words out of my.
it's,
No,
it's
no,
no
that's
thunder.
why we're on a pod together. Yeah, no, I love that.
Yeah.
That was another big part. He directed The Invisible Man. That was one of the last movies in theaters that Nell and I saw before COVID hit. Probably for a lot of people too, because it was just in that January, and then everything went to shit. But I think January or February. Yeah, but The Invisible Man is also part of that like universal monster horror stuff, like the classic shit. Like you got, Creature from the Black Lagoon, King Kong, The Mummy, everything like that. Those like old monsters. And he, as well as the people that worked on it, obviously, it probably wasn't all him, but they like found a way to make it modernized, The Invisible Man. And it was such an amazing thriller. Like not even
Mhm.
just straight horror, and that's okay. Just very great horror or thriller. Wow, get it mixed up. But now that he's on another Universal monster project, I'm just super excited for what he comes up with. And I'm craving that old monster stuff. Like bring more of that to me, cuz like I'm a huge fan of the original Mummy trilogy. The Tom Cruise one was horrible, so I'm glad that dark MonsterVerse tanked. But yeah, like hopefully this is the start of something new.
Yeah,
Really
The
excited.
yeah.
Wolfman.
The Wolfman.
Excited.
Or just Wolfman. Sorry.
Wolfman.
And that will be
All
in
right.
October. October 25th.
Ah, yeah,
Spooky.
Spookfest. Spooky
Mhm.
season.
So yeah, that's definitely towards the top of my list. I can't wait for that. And I love
Interesting.
werewolves. There we go. Last reason why there was just so many reasons going into this that it just really pops out at me. You know.
So you're not on Team Edward then?
No, screw Edward, man. Team Jacob, bitch.
Right.
Just like that. Did
Team
you guys
Jacob for
see
the win.
the Vampires Suck movie that came out
Yeah.
around then? Yeah, Team Jacob,
The
bitch.
parody.
It's
Yeah,
him
I
with
don't
the
remember.
shovel.
It's a
Yeah. Yeah,
I
no,
need to
it's
see
like
that movie.
it's Team Edward and Team Jacob, like girls and girls, like a group. And they're like arguing, and one of them on Jacob's team is like, Team Jacob, bitch. Just hits the other with the shovel on the head. I just think of that
That's
every
awesome.
time. Yeah. Yeah.
I
So
It was
definitely
in
gotta
the,
see that.
go
the perfect
Wolvies.
time of parodies. Yeah, when
Oh
you had
yeah,
like all
epic
the like
movie,
Mickey
disaster
Spartans,
movie,
all those.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I love epic movie. Actually, that's one of my favorite parody. Like, they're so bad, so cheesy, but some of them just live in my head rent free.
There's actually one of those coming this year. Not another church movie with Jamie Foxx in it. So
Not another church
I,
movie.
just based on the title, I'm gonna assume this is in that parody realm. I haven't looked into this one though,
Really?
Okay.
but yeah,
What's
I
a
think
church movie? Is it going to
I
be
don't
like
know.
a play? Is it going to be like a parody of like Bible stories
exorcisms or Bible
or
stories? Yeah, I just jumped to
exorcisms?
exorcisms right away, Eric.
Yeah,
That's a little more
I
tame.
don't know.
Like,
I guess. Yeah.
yeah.
I guess exorcism isn't the first thing I think of when I think of church, but
I'm
like
sorry.
each to their own.
Can you blame me with all these scary movie 1, 2,
That's
3,
true.
4? Like, I was just thinking
Yeah.
horror parody. Like, that's what they do. Yeah.
Yeah.
But
I seen the Pope's Exorcist. I guess that's like
oh
kind
God,
of
with Russell
in that
Crowe.
realm. Yeah.
Yeah.
It was all right.
I don't even want to see that, man.
It was like an action horror movie.
Yep.
Yeah. That's all I got. About you, Eric?
Vampires Suck 3.
I'm hoping for a
So
sequel.
this next one is not a sequel. It is
Hey.
The Fall Guy, which is
Yes.
a movie about a stuntman who gets into some trouble. It's got Ryan Seacrest. Ryan Reynolds. Ryan.
You got it. You got it.
Another famous Ryan.
Yep, you got it.
Yeah,
Starts
it's
with a
another
G.
famous Ryan. Ryan.
Think
Yeah,
Goose.
One of those.
Think maybe Goose.
Ryan Goose. That's his name.
Ryan
No.
Goose. Yes.
Ryan
God, you got
Gosling and Emily Blunt in this one. And
Yes.
yeah, it's like a lot of stuff about like what's happening on a movie set, so like actual explosions and stuff. I'm assuming it's like controlled environments and just like I don't know. It's going to be interesting for sure. We never seen like a perspective of like how it is to be a stuntman. So I'm curious about it.
Besides Cliff Booth, like we just did once upon a time.
Besides Cliff Booth, yeah. But we didn't see him in
our
We didn't
action.
really
main
get to see his
stuntman.
work. Yeah.
He didn't do any
That's
work
true.
actually in that.
Yeah, he kind of just fought Bruce Lee, and
Yeah,
he was just kind of a cool badass. We just kind of
he was a cool guy. Hung out on set and beat Bruce Lee. It was kind of crazy.
Yeah. Oh
Yep.
no, definitely. Yeah.
But
this seems like such a super fun, like funny movie. I'm so excited for this one too.
It looks so goofy, and I mean, with Emily Blunt and Ryan Gosling, like you can't go wrong with at least a good time.
You could take it as like kind of a like a cash grab for like, casting those two and being like, okay, we're just going to stick their faces on
Yeah.
this and that's going to be our movie. But I don't know, from the trailer especially, like it reminds me of The Good Guys that Ryan Gosling was in and Barbie
Mhm.
and just his
Nice
comedic
Guys.
The Nice Guys. Wow, what Jesus
Nice
Christ.
guys.
I
Yeah,
was thinking of the other
very good
guys,
one.
and then I was saying, yeah, I was trying not to get it wrong. Yes, that's one of
Somewhere
my
in the middle.
favorite dark comedies, and I'm just looking forward to. I know Emily Blunt can also be funny, so those two going back and forth, like hell yeah, and just this funny behind the scenes actiony thing that turns serious. Like it could be decent at least for me.
Yeah.
But I'm hoping good stuff.
I'm
Yeah,
hoping
Blunt's
too.
got some
I mean, it's got pretty good
comedic
reviews
stuff
so
still out
far.
there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, if it was gonna be that bad, I don't know.
Then boycott.
I think it's gonna
Yeah.
be good.
Yeah. I
Yeah,
I think at the
boycott.
very least it's going to be a fun time with those two.
Yeah.
So,
I think so too. I'm glad you guys like agree and think the same because it's so easy to be kind of a little pessimistic or skeptical about a movie like this coming out. Easy,
Yeah.
easy. There's been so many where it's just been a letdown, but I'm hoping for great things for this one.
mm. And David Leitch does a lot of comedy and stuff. Like he did
He
some
does.
Deadpool stuff, did Bullet Train. They also had Aaron Taylor Johnson. So,
Bullet Train was so good, so fun.
yeah.
I'm
Some
hoping it's on the terms of that.
something in that realm. Yeah.
Yep, same, same.
Somewhere on those rails.
It's got to
So,
be, yeah. Some like high octane action, but you got actually good, not like super cheesy comedy. Like don't put that in
mm,
there.
Yeah.
Yeah,
yeah. Good writing at least.
Yeah.
yeah, definitely.
Bullet Train was an excellent example of good comedy that's not too cheesy.
No,
Yeah.
and David Leitch, like Andy said, did Deadpool. That's who I was thinking of for saying instead of Sean Levy for this third one. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Super exciting. Another great pick. I would have put that on mine if I had
Yeah.
an unlimited list, honestly. It was hard to pick
Just
5.
sit here and
Yeah.
talk about 2024 forever.
Oh, dude. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, I have another sequel, debating which sequel I want to discuss. So
Oh.
I'll discuss The Crow a little bit. So another
Ooh.
spooky one coming out in June, another summer spook release. Skarsgård, Mr. Bill, he's getting a couple reps in this year with some good movies I want to see.
Love Bill. He needs to
He's
be in
also
more
in,
stuff.
I think it's called like Boy Kills World. There's another one I haven't looked into too much, but looks like it's going to be on the same realm as The Crow, where it's going to be some fun murdery adventures. The Crow obviously being a little bit more depressing. I don't know if you guys have seen the original. I think it's from the 80s, early 90s.
I have seen the original. It's been a while. I need to rewatch, but yep.
94. Very depressing, and I think they planned a remake or a reboot for a long time. So glad to see it finally here. See how they do with it, and it looks very, very bloody.
Mm. Yeah, kind of got to be for a revenge film. And I
Yeah,
I
and
love the premise of the original, so I'm hoping that it's not a total copy
mhm.
because it's definitely a reboot, right? Not a sequel.
I believe it's a reboot.
Okay.
And from what I remember from the original, it's been a few years now. He's kind of like a Spawn story where he's back
Hmm.
with like supernatural esque powers, where he's like hard to kill, like avenging people. So yeah, looking forward to it.
Funny thing about The Crow here, and of course it's going to be a touchy subject because it's a reboot, right? And a lot of people have a lot of fanfare for the first one. And I
Mm-hmm.
can't wait to rewatch the first one because I know I liked it even as a kid, surprisingly. So, really excited to check it out with my adult mind now. And my dad was, it's important because my dad wanted to show me that movie too. So, but it was funny that like there was this kind of idea about Jason Momoa being the Crow and everything like that. I remember that like one or 2 years ago, and my boy Bill Skarsgård gets casted. I'm so excited. I'm like, yes, give me a modern thing of this dark story. I'm super excited. It seems like in my realm, in my wheelhouse. Then I have my trusted friend Ashley that loves the first Crow, and she is that I almost said Bob Ross. Goodness gracious, Eli Roth, Eli Roth fan. She's a
Yeah.
huge horror fan and dark things like that, and she just made a post on Facebook that I saw. She shared the like reboot post, and she's like, "This is an abomination. Like, I'm not gonna watch this." I oh man, I can't wait to talk to her about it, and like hopefully she at least gives it a chance. Like there's got to be people out there like that though, like that are just like, I do not want this.
Yeah.
No,
I'm sure a lot, especially with how tied it is to Brandon Lee's death. So
very true.
yeah, it's a touchy one to reboot, but I'm excited for it nonetheless.
Definitely. Okay, Ashley, you have two people on record being excited about. So if you're listening, I'm just kidding. Like, yeah, totally. I respect your opinions. You know, like let's just wait and see. How about that?
Yeah, well,
Okay.
what do you get to wrap us out with yours?
Okay, so another one that I have is a little film called Venom 3. And you know, once we start doing video for our episodes and stuff, everybody's going to see how big of a Venom fan I am by some of my art behind me. But I am a huge Venom fan. There has been very mixed reviews. I feel like it's over overall like positive more than negative about how the Venom movies have been. They're so out there and wacky and different. And I appreciate that they're that way because we had that whole we still are in Marvel's era basically. Even though like they're kind of doing some things wrong right now, we're in that big superhero vein. And I'm just glad this is a movie that kind of changes the pace where it's I know there are others out there like this, like Ghost Rider, Blade, Deadpool, like we just talked about, but it's an anti hero. And it's just a very interesting story. And I always was just drawn to Venom as a character. Don't know why. He just lives in me for some reason. I will always love any Venom stuff. I've loved Venom and Venom Let There Be Carnage. Been a huge
Mm-hmm.
fan. I know they're not perfect movies by any means, but Tom Hardy, his passion and his drive to do this as well has really shown. He loves doing it. He's awesome as Eddie Brock and Venom. He plays Venom's voice. Like, it's just so nice. And it's kind of like especially after Venom Let There Be Carnage, it's just like it's a buddy comedy in a way too. That is just so weird and interesting to me.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I'm really excited for this next, probably final outing, I'd
Well,
say.
yeah, I mean, The Last Dance subtitle.
Exactly. Yeah. No matter how much I want him, maybe there won't be another solo Venom movie, but I really, really, really need and want this Venom to be up against Spider-Man in some way. I know
I
that's the normal thing to say, and I don't think he'll be a full-on villain like with that, like it's usually been with
Mhm.
Spider-Man, but I want them to interact in some way. There we go. That's a better way to say it.
Unfortunately, I don't think we're gonna see it in this one with how it went in No Way Home. That given that he's
That's
back
why
in
I'm
his universe now, so
Yeah, that's why I'm like, where is it? Where is that connection? Because they really
yeah,
teased us there.
we do get. I think Vulture and Morbius are both in Venom's world now, so maybe some
They
sort of
are
villain team up
in
there
this
or
Sony.
anti-hero. So,
Yeah, yeah, could be some interesting stuff. Even though they got rid of Carnage in the second movie, a spoiler, but
mhm.
it's been out for a couple years now. I still feel like there's plenty to just still do, actually, because like both Venom movies, I feel like have been very contained, thankfully, in a way.
Mhm.
So, yeah, just very excited to see what happens. And please just sometime have Tom Holland and Tom Hardy in the same room, like for their characters, please. Eddie Brock and Peter Parker, please.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see how that one plays out. I think it could be a hit or miss,
It
unfortunately.
could be. And I can probably preface that it will probably be a hit for me, guys. I just got to be honest. Like, I'm going to find some love in it.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I personally think I'll enjoy it because I love Tom Hardy enough. I just on the mass audience scale, I think it could go either way. I know Venom hasn't really performed great overall.
Good point. Good point. And I am happy that one of the top Sony heads that's close with Tom Hardy is directing it, Kelly Marcel.
Who
So,
wrote and produced for the first two, so keeping
yep,
up that info.
exactly. Yeah, their relationship and their relationship to this property hopefully just stays strong, and I'm really
Yep.
excited. And Juno Temple will be in it, which is a nice addition because I loved her in Ted Lasso.
I'm not sure if I'm familiar with her.
Oh yeah, and she's now in the newest season of Fargo as well, and she has a thick Midwestern accent when she's a British woman. It's crazy. She does it very well though. I saw her on a talk show and like she just switched it on like that. But yeah, no, she's a fun presence. So, and this comes out November 8th this year.
Awesome. Very, very end of the year.
Yeah. But yeah, that's all I got. It's just one of my passions, and that's why I had to put it on the board here.
Awesome. Mr. Eric.
Yeah, so I got another sequel, and it's
Really? Okay.
Spider-Man 4. I'm just kidding. I wish,
What?
but
Sam Raimi's coming back? Toby?
I know, I know, right? Although, I
No,
mean,
it's
speaking of
Garfield. They
which,
just
this
get
is
free.
speaking of this, I did hear a rumor that they're gonna bring all three Spider-Men back into in the next movie, just because No Way Home did so well. I think that's like what they're planning on doing, but that's just a rumor. But keep an eye out for that. But also for my last one is Knives Out 3. I don't know if it's just going to be Knives Out 3 or it's going to have a subtitle. Usually, I mean, we only had a second movie that had a subtitle, but like, I'm
Yeah,
assuming it
like
would.
Glass Onion. Yeah.
Yeah, just to not reveal like what it's about or anything. I guess probably why they're just keeping it as Knives Out 3 right now. But yeah, so
Mm-hmm.
that's coming up. We're going to have another murder mystery in our midst, and it's going to star Daniel Craig again. That's pretty
Give
much the
me
only one we
more
know.
murder mysteries, man. I'm so
Yeah,
ready.
exactly.
If it comes out
It's
this
going to
year,
be
I
good.
am really excited. Yeah. Yep.
Yeah.
And a star-studded cast.
Oh
Gotta
yeah.
love those too.
Yeah, where do you think it'll take place at? Or where would you want it to take place?
So since the first one was in America, pretty sure like it seemed like northeastern, right? Like kind of the
Yeah.
fall-y nature of it and like mansion out in the country.
Knives Out.
Yeah, the first Knives Out.
Oh,
Yeah.
they give me like big, like British vibes.
That's what I thought
Really?
But I
too.
suppose I suppose everyone
Like
was
Dartmoor.
English or
Everybody
American
was
though.
English though. Yeah, like
Yeah.
you had Jamie Lee Curtis. Yeah, you know, eh, yeah. So
Hmm. Yeah.
I don't know. The second one was in Greece, which I love Greece. Very good use of like, I could have
Very bright and
I could have
sunny.
wanted it in a couple different areas of Greece, but like they chose the one they did and I think it really worked.
Yeah.
This one, it's kind of like thinking of the White Lotus for me, where each season is in a different place, and I've really enjoyed that series too. And it's kind of
Mhm.
like, oh, where are we vacationing next? That's what Knives Out feels like too. So it's really fun to think about. God, yeah, maybe can we put it in the like English countryside? Since I think the first one was in America, could do English countryside maybe, or like
Mhm.
a
Somewhere
Maybe
moving.
like Ireland, maybe, or something
yeah,
like. I don't
or
know.
more
I feel like it'd
tropical.
be.
Stay on a boat.
Well, we already did
On the Nile.
tropical and like English mansion type stuff. Like I'm wondering like what to keep it fresh, like what kind of like setting would be original to have a cool murder mystery in.
I got it. Alaska.
Yeah. Alaska, you know what?
Some snowy
That does
stuff,
sound
some like
interesting.
more
Yeah.
woodsy. Yeah.
Or maybe
Yeah.
even like the Netherlands or
Yeah. Yeah.
s- yeah, Switzerland, like a cabin or
Ooh,
something.
the Alps. The
Oh,
Alps.
like up in the
Yeah.
The
mountains.
Alps,
Give me
Yeah.
yeah.
Stuck
that.
Like on a
There
ski
stuck
you go.
resort or
in a ski
something.
resort.
That would be cool.
Yeah.
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 Yeah. There we go. Now we're getting somewhere.
Yeah.
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 Hmm.
Perfect.
I
Plan it
like
out. Go
that.
pitch it.
So
Is
Yeah.
this
like
is this going to be a
we'll write
Netflix
all this
original as
down.
well?
We'll go to Hollywood.
That's yes. All of it. They need all of our ideas because we're so important and we're such amazing thinkers, right?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah.
Andy, you asked if it would be a Netflix original.
Yeah, because the second one was tied to Netflix, right?
Yes, Ryan Johnson did sign a deal with them. That's a good question. That's a really good question. I'm
It
really not
might be.
sure. It might be because they can give him the budget to just do that shit, like go somewhere on location, star-studded cast. You need a lot of money for that stuff. So,
He
$50
signed for
million.
2 sequels with Netflix.
$1 million.
So yeah, this one looks like it'll be a Netflix one.
Okay.
Signed for 2
Okay.
sequels. So.
Sweet.
Okay.
Well,
Sweet.
good to
Yeah.
see
I'm
it.
good with it being a trilogy or like keep it going if you can. I mean, murder mysteries
Yeah.
like how many murder mystery books are out there? Like you could do so much. Yeah.
It was the Butler.
Yeah.
The Butler did it.
The Butler did it always. Yeah.
Yeah, definitely overshadowing Kenneth Branagh's series a little bit too, as being kind of the superior one lately.
Yeah, unfortunately they kind of like are head to head right now. And like probably both of them didn't plan to have these franchises going on at the same time, but they are. And
Mhm.
yeah, you can just tell one is over the other.
Yeah.
Even though the one is going more off of classic Agatha Christie text, and she is a queen of murder mystery. So that's unfortunate.
Yeah, yeah. Excited for it either way. I think as long as you get Daniel Craig in there, it's going to be good.
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh,
absolutely.
agreed.
Yeah.
As
It's gonna
Benoit
be good.
Blanc, he just what an awesome character that Daniel Craig pulled out. Like I don't even know where he came from, but he's here.
Right?
Yeah. God
Yep.
dang. So excited. But Andy, what you got?
Yeah, I want to wrap us out with Godzilla X Kong, of course, coming out tomorrow. Just kidding. Furiosa, number 3, 2. This is the second in this reboot
Yeah.
in this series. Yes,
Yep.
Furiosa, a Mad Max saga, coming out later this year,
Mm-hmm.
down in May. So coming up in a couple months. Very much looking forward to this. Same director, still with George Miller. Anya Taylor-Joy taking up as the young Furiosa. This is kind of I guess, prequel actually. And then Chris Hemsworth is in this as a villain, so that'll be very interesting to see in his career. I don't know if I've seen him in antagonistic role yet, so
Oh, okay. If you want a little preview before Furiosa comes out, check out Bad Times at the El Royale.
okay.
Amazing contained thriller. And he does. He plays different from what he usually plays. So I really enjoy that. And he is also, this isn't a spoiler about the movie, but Escape from Spiderhead.
It's just Spiderhead.
Or
I've seen that one,
sorry,
and
yeah, I was thinking of a different
yeah,
movie and I got a mix. But yeah, Spiderhead. Yep, he is also a bad guy in there, but I'd say more in Bad Times. It's it's more prominent.
yeah. I try to forget about Spiderhead, honestly.
It could have been better. I wish it was. It had so much potential. I know. Yep, I know. Okay, so you've already seen that, but hey, I'll tell you, there's green grass on the other side. Watch Bedtimes at the Royale.
I will add that.
Perfect. Yep, do that. And yeah, I have I have a lot of faith in Chris. I'm talking about him like he's my personal buddy. Sorry, Mr. Hemsworth.
Yeah.
And also Anya Taylor-Joy, she never disappoints, so I think she will be an amazing like front face for this movie. She has to be. Like I don't doubt her at all. And also, you have a good mixture. Like George Miller, this older filmmaker that started off with Mad Max back in what was it, the 80s, I
Long
believe.
time ago, yeah.
Yeah,
80s, 70s.
with Mel Gibson. And
Yep.
it feels like his thing, and he returns with it with Fury Road, blows everybody away, even modern audiences. So
Mhm.
you just, I don't know, you can't help but have a good feeling about this one. I'm not trying to talk it up too much. It's just like, it's got to at least be good, you know?
I I think it will, like a couple others on this list, at least be a good time. It'll be fun to watch. Good popcorn flick.
Yeah.
Whether there's any actual substance like Mad Max, the previous one, we'll see. Um,
Yeah.
yeah, I don't know. I look forward to at least a lot of cars blowing up and a lot of witnessing. So
Same.
Witness me.
Same. Witness me. Yeah, no, good pick. All right.
is there any other shout outs you wanna give before we go into now playing?
Uh I will
I know you
shout
got
out.
there's a lot this year.
Yeah, yep. I'll shout out just a couple, and I'm sure we will get to talking about these other movies anyways, so I won't lose sleep over it. But
Mm-hmm.
Gladiator 2, we got Paul Mescal, Denzel Washington, Joseph Quinn. Dang.
Is that a sequel or is that a reboot? All right, suppose sequel probably if it's two.
It's a sequel. Yep. It's a
Is
sequel.
it same people? Like did Joaquin Phoenix die in the original one? I can't
Joaquin
even remember.
Phoenix
It's been
died, and
so
also
long.
Maximus, Russell Crowe, died too. So
Okay, so this is like kids continuing it on.
it will have a returning character. It does say Connie Nielsen as Lucilla.
Okay.
That's a returning character because it says like we'll see the return of Connie Nielsen as Lucilla,
Mm-hmm.
and it's from Ridley Scott again. Gladiator. When you think of these huge hero kind of odysseys or like journeys, you think of like that or Braveheart, Gladiator, Braveheart, and like I want more of that in my life again. Like
Mm-hmm.
it feels like so of that time years ago, and
Did you ever
now,
watch
yeah.
the Spartacus show, Blood
I
in the
didn't
Sand?
I didn't know.
If you like, that's a good mix of like Spartacus or Gladiator plus Game of Thrones. A lot of
Ooh,
nudity, a lot of murder. It's a good show.
okay. Okay. Yeah, just got to have those two roped in together, right? Those
Yeah.
two words. Jesus.
Like a retelling of like Spartacus. It's very good.
Uh, For sure. Yeah, and I love this like part of history, so that's why I really enjoyed watching in the Roman Empire time for Gladiator, and I'm just excited to see a spectacle like that again. It
Mm-hmm.
just, yeah, it feels right. And again, it hasn't been made for a while. This isn't a reboot. It's just a sequel by the same guy. So Thank God. Like, I'm excited for this, when we're
Oh,
talking about all these sequels coming out.
24 years. Yeah.
Yeah, that's a
Big
good
time.
amount of time. Yeah. And that's also coming out in November. And then also one more I have would be, I have a feeling you're going to take one, Andy. So I'm going to just take this other one. Sonic the Hedgehog 3. Let's fucking go. Excuse my language.
Still haven't seen
Especially
the
since,
second.
oh goodness. Oh goodness. Okay. Well, if any of you take any pride and joy in playing the Sonic games, like the originals or even like the newer interpretations, or you're kind of just slightly interested in at least like watching a movie, like live action with having a Sonic the Hedgehog in there. Yeah. Yeah, guys. It's worth it. Watch the first and second. So fun. Ben Schwartz, one of my favorite actors, like it's surprising because I haven't seen him in a whole lot, but he's just my favorite because he makes me laugh and he's just amazing presence on screen. And he voices Sonic, and he's done such a great job. James Marsden has been in the first two as his companion. James Marsden,
Mhm.
one of my favorite actors as well. So, and got one of my favorite characters from my childhood coming up in this one, Shadow the Hedgehog. The flip side of the coin to Sonic. So definitely excited for this one. Yeah. So
Yeah,
yeah, that's okay.
I did see the first one. I haven't seen the second one, and like I know I need to see the second one too.
Mm-hmm.
But with this third one, I did see the trailer for it, and like I got excited for it because I saw like Shadow like pinning the dogs against each other in an arena,
Yeah.
and it's like we're fighting for glory or something. It's like, what are you doing in our living room? It's like we're fighting for glory. I'm like, hell
Well,
yeah, let's go.
yeah. And I don't even know if they've said who's voicing Shadow. That's one of the things I've been most interested in ever since I saw the post-credit scene for Sonic 2 when Shadow was being made. I'm like, okay,
Hmm.
who's gonna voice him? Like, what is he gonna be like? Like that, I immediately latched on. I'm like, I'm ready for the next one already.
Yeah, yeah, it's gonna be great,
Shadow's
no
important to
doubt.
me. Yeah, so just
Yeah,
can't
yeah,
wait.
me too.
I don't know.
Sonic
Have they
Adventures.
announced? Yes. Yeah,
Yeah,
and
Sonic Adventures 2, and yeah.
Shadow the Hedgehog game. Do you guys remember that at all? It was.
I
I
was a
I had it
Spyro
don't.
on
kid.
I never played
PS2.
that. I
Okay.
I never played a Shadow game, but I played like him as like I think in Sonic Adventures they were like having two separate stories, and then you get to play as
Mm,
Shadow and then
hmm
Sonic, and then they switch back and forth until they merge. Like, yeah, it was cool, good games. But yeah, I
Yeah.
never played the Shadow game.
Okay. It was rated teen for teen or T for teen. There we go. Sorry, I said that wrong.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah. He actually like had he had freaking like M16s, guys. Like there was an alien invasion, and like he was just shooting up aliens and stuff. I'm like, this is crazy. Yeah,
That's
but
cool.
I
That's
loved the
definitely
game, and
Shadow. Like
yeah,
he's like the edgy Sonic, you know?
he is exactly. So I'm like really excited because like they did a really good interpretation of Knuckles in the second one as well with Idris Elba. Perfect voice
Yeah.
for it. They just the character fit right in, didn't feel out of place. So I'm excited to see what this will be. And Tails as
Yeah.
well is a very good interpretation of Tails. So really excited to just see how this character is and like what the conflict is.
Yeah. Yeah, me too. I'm excited for it.
So yeah, those are my honorable mentions. What about
Perfect.
you
Yeah.
guys?
Do you have any others, Eric?
I I don't, honestly. From what I've seen, we've pretty much got all I wanted to mention.
Okay. I'll be brief on mine. Nothing too exciting. The first Omen dropping April 5th.
Hmm.
Kind of a reboot, I think,
Yeah.
of The Omen. good horror movie from like the 80s. Boy Kills World I already mentioned with Bill Skarsgård. Looking forward to that. Looks cool. And Borderlands, keeping an eye on for later in the year in August.
Eli Roth.
So was that a movie or was it gonna be a show?
Which
What
one?
am I thinking of?
Which
Borderlands.
one?
That's a movie, right?
Borderlands? Yeah, it's a movie. Yeah,
Okay.
it's gonna have Kate Blanchett, Jack Black, couple other big names.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So yeah, we'll see. We'll see if it's okay.
Yeah, I'm actually looking forward to it, even though I haven't played the game. Just hearing the cast and who's working on it, I'm ready.
Yeah, interesting video game movies coming out.
Yeah,
Yeah,
excited
you
to
got the
hear your
Fallout
guys'
show.
takes on those.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And they got BioShock coming out sometime too.
Oh, what the
I
hell?
seen that. Not holding out hope. They said it's been in the production since the game came out.
Oh
And
wow.
each year they're like, we finally got a director who's gonna pull up the script.
It's going. Yeah,
It,
it's gonna
every year it's
happen.
like,
He's
nah,
gonna
it got
pull up the
dropped.
script. Okay, we're looking for another director again.
Wait for it. Wait for it.
Like they look at
And
the
the
script and
studio
they're like,
dropped it.
nah.
It's just, yeah, it's never gonna happen. We'll see.
Mhm.
We'll see.
I'll be
We can be
pleasantly
hopeful.
surprised if it does.
Can
If we
always
can
hope.
get Borderlands, I'm sure we could get BioShock. Right?
I hope they do it right.
Yeah,
Yeah.
for
It's my
your
favorite
guys'
game.
sake, because I haven't touched the games at all, so I'm
Yep.
just
Yeah.
going in clean. Yeah, Andy, I'm very surprised you didn't mention another Bill Skarsgård, Nosferatu,
Oh yeah, he's got quite a few this year.
Robert Eggers, another.
Yeah, is that the December release one?
Yes. Yep.
There's like 3 or 4 different vampire Dracula ones this next year, so be interesting.
Oh, really?
Yeah, when I was looking through what's coming up, there's a couple other I don't even know what you'd call them in that vein of Nosferatu and vampires. So
Okay. Yeah, not specifically like Dracula or
yeah,
something like that.
there's
But yeah.
the reincarnation of Dracula in May. There's 1 or 2 others, but yeah, we'll see. I think Skarsgård could do really well there. He's creepy,
And
in a
he
good
was
way.
already a vampire in Hemlock Grove, the series. So he did a really good job in there too. Yep. Yeah. So I'm super excited. And Robert Eggers, he's interesting, even though I haven't been super, super passionate about his films. Like The Northman is, of course, his like last one and the last one I've seen of his. And it was good for the most part, but I didn't think it was amazing to me like I should have. I just didn't connect to it. I'm sure it's a very great piece of art, but it was just tough for me for that. And I have never enjoyed The Witch. I know. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, everybody. I am so sorry. They're going to hop on me for that.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So what have you guys been watching lately? Pre 2024,
Pre 2024?
unless you got some from the first few months from this year.
I have.
Not much big ones coming out this year's yet.
No.
No, nothing big.
Let's see here. So in my free time, I've definitely been watching Hell's Kitchen and Master Chef to unwind. But this is a movie podcast, so we're gonna
I mean, shows, movies, all in the same vein.
very true. I just like I don't know. I feel icky for mentioning those on here.
I think it's because they're not very narrative, right?
Yeah, right. I did finally watch a big classic that people love, Cruel Intentions.
Is that a Tom Cruise movie?
No, it is not. I think you're thinking of Risky Business, possibly. something
That
like
could be it.
that.
Yep.
No, this is from 1999, and it stars Sarah Michelle Gellar, Ryan Philippe, and Reese Witherspoon, and also Selma Blair. If you don't recognize her, she's from Hellboy, as that main girl that Hellboy is in love with, Liz, I think her character name was.
Okay. Yeah.
Uh,
Yeah.
but yeah, it's definitely an erotic thriller from that time. Those were pretty big, and they've become like big classics for people because of that, like kind of challenging the societal norm, being a little more like sexual, I guess. But like it wasn't overdone. It was just a good like thriller that kind of kept you involved. And it's it sounds very weird, guys, but we have Catherine, played by Sarah Michelle Gellar. She challenges her stepbrother Sebastian to have intercourse with their headmaster's daughter before the summer ends. And if he succeeds, the prize is the chance to sleep with his stepsister, Catherine.
Okay.
Or if he loses, Catherine will claim his prized car. It's like a 60 something Jaguar. But yeah, it went places that I just wasn't expecting, but it was good. It's really good. Yeah.
I found it. The one I was thinking of was Eyes Wide Shut.
Eyes Wide
Same
Shut.
year with Cruise, also about sex stuff. So
Yes. Yeah. It's that weird underground cult stuff, cult sex stuff.
yeah,
Yeah. I did watch that and didn't enjoy that as much as this movie. So
I did not enjoy that. Yeah.
Eyes
So
Wide
this one
Shut.
was.
Yeah. No, we talked about it. Yeah.
You'd recommend this one though?
I would. Yeah. It definitely feels very of the 90s, but it's not completely like you're not looking at it sideways a whole lot, even though the premise is like it sounds very strange and weird, right? But yeah, no.
Yeah.
It's kind of just it's a good little thriller.
Okay. I'll check this one out.
Yeah. That's all I got, really.
Awesome.
What about you, Andy?
Yeah, I got some. So I watched Anatomy of a Fall, finally catching up from Oscar episodes because they come to streaming too late. I'm not going to attempt to pronounce it again in French, but I will say it was very good. It was very much up my alley as a legal drama. It spends most of its time in the courtroom, and the French courtroom is very interesting. It is not at all what you think of it compared to America,
Really?
but it was good. It was a really good drama. I liked that, and then one that I will kind of like not recommend, I guess, is Spaceman from this year with Mr. Adam Sandler. Maybe worth a watch just to see the cool CGI spider because I did actually really like that throughout the movie.
Hmm.
This movie's just weird and doesn't really go anywhere though.
Okay.
It's just kind of a waste of time and nothing else to put there.
Okay.
But yeah. And starting Attack on Titan finally. So getting back into some anime.
There you go. All right. I mean, been checking out a lot, but that's kind of just what I wanted to highlight and not talk too much more. So just threw
Yeah.
that one. Yeah, but good. I'm glad you've been watching stuff too. And I might have to check out Anatomy of a Fall. I don't know. I've been back and forth on it. I sometimes love courtroom stuff, like A Few Good Men and The Trial of the Chicago 7 and Primal Fear. But some I've also been iffy on.
Yeah. See, I don't even know if I could recommend it. It's very I know the drama is really good, but it's definitely very legal centric for a lot of it. I don't know. I think it's probably good for common viewing. Yeah. Just for the drama aspect.
Awesome. All right.
All right.
Okay.
I seen a movie called Gothica. It's stars Halle Berry, and she plays a criminal psychologist in this psych ward. And yeah, and without spoiling it too much, it takes a really crazy turn after waking up. So since she is like really rational and knows how the mind works, her world gets kind of spun on its head because she ends up experiencing some things that would be considered insane to other people. But since she isn't insane, it's you don't actually know if she's insane or not, but like things start like going south real quick. And yeah, I think I definitely would recommend it. It's kind of like in the same vein of like Shutter Island, but it's
Mm.
more, there's definitely a lot of twists in it, but it's more throughout instead of like building up to like have a twist at the end,
One single
so to
huge
speak.
twist. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, Gothica.
Awesome. Okay. I've always heard of that movie. I might have to actually just add it to my watch list. And you would recommend
Yeah,
it?
I would. Yeah, it was a good movie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Always good to see Halle Berry in things too. I
Oh,
feel like
yeah.
she's so sporadic as an actor.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
So we're back to our normal scheduled programming for our next episode. Get into April, and we're gonna kick it off with a really stressful pick right away from mine with Whiplash from 2014. So excited to get into the jazz realm a little bit and jam out with Miles Teller and J.K. Simmons. Yeah,
I'm ready.
looking
I'm ready
forward
to
to that
watch
one.
it for my first time.
Oh yeah,
Indeed.
good stuff.
Very excited to show you guys this. So
Awesome.
yeah, that's coming soon. But if you guys want to reach out to us and suggest more topics, things you guys want us to cover monthly, or just movies we should discuss about, or just want to bullshit with us, reach out at the Instagram at Hazardous Opinions Pod or hazardousopinionspod@gmail.com if you prefer the old snail mail. And then always jump in the Discord. We got a link in the description. You can jump in and chat with us live. Yeah.
Yeah. Interact, guys, if you want to. We're always open.
Indeed. And if you're on Spotify or Apple, please give us a rating, give us a review, and let us know what you think.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, just do it.
We'll see you guys in the music room.
Yeah. Thank you, everybody, for listening. And here's to another awesome year of movies. Let's hope.
Yes. See you guys.
Bye, everybody.